Hello everyone, Molweni. This is Lusanda Magwape. And this week I've been having a lot of conversations with women entrepreneurs, interviewing them, getting to know what they're doing. And it really got me thinking about sharing about the importance of telling your origin story. In the conversations I've been, a lot of the women actually feel like they want to just remain behind the scenes. They love to be the ones that are driving the business from behind and letting things run from there. But they also acknowledge that somehow this can play out not so positively for the business in terms of generating more leads and generating ultimately income for the business. And that's simply because they don't feel like being the people who are the face of the business. Now, listen, I get it. I understand. When you do hear your voice, maybe from an interview or your own recording, you might feel shy, or even the way that you look, maybe you might not be feeling comfortable with your weight in this season. I get it. I understand. But it doesn't take away the importance of how important it is to share your story as a business, because that's what's unique to you, and that's what ultimately is probably one of the key differentiating factors about your product or your business service. So a lot of business gurus, trainees like your Vusi Tembekwayo's, they talk about this from the perspective of saying that honestly, when we buy as consumers, we are not just buying a product or a service, we're buying the conviction behind it, the messaging, and ultimately the people behind it. And so this is how sharing your origin story becomes so important as a business person. Now, you might be thinking, yes, I've heard this, but again, I'm so shy. Like, what do I do about this? And so today I really just want to talk to you about 3 tips that you could try out if you are that business person who's feeling shy and doesn't want to be in front of the camera. Number 1, start writing. Share a post. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you decide the platform. The second thing you could do is possibly get someone to interview you. It could be a newspaper ad, you could even buy it if you so wish, or you can even just reach out. I mean, there's so many platforms out there that are showcasing business people in Botswana who are doing amazing work for free. Don't be shy to reach out and say, hey, this is the work that I'm doing. Could you do an interview? And if you don't get someone yet, why don't you get a friend to interview you and just share about the work that you're doing? I think the third thing then I'd like to share with you is share your work. Nowadays, the camera that you have is usually enough. If honestly you can do WhatsApp on it and has a decent camera, you can just share behind the scenes. In fact, if you do get a client, for example, you could ask them and say, hey, would you mind if I shared this moment, this sales moment? Or would you mind sharing about how my service impacted you? Or would you mind sharing about how my product was of use to you? Share those stories, and that could be a good way to get you started. So let's do a recap. Number 1, start writing. 2, ask someone to interview you where you can share about your business. And number 3, why don't you just share your work using a phone and just start sharing the behind the scenes of what you get to do. So my encouragement for you is this: telling your story is not a distraction. It's actually a vital part of your business. So stop hiding behind your logo, your product or services, or even behind your desk. You are the founder that the world needs to know about. Your story is beautiful. It's unique. Start telling it.